All right, if we could get everybody seated, we'll get started here. I feel like I'm so far away. All right, good morning, everybody. Let me begin by thanking everybody for coming out this morning. I want to thank our show choir that'll be part of the presentation this morning of the program, our students, our leadership team, our school board, members of our construction management firm, Fidavia, the architectural firm, Crabtree, and just want to thank our staff who are here this morning as well and helping out, and our technology department, grounds, for getting this ready. This truly is a momentous occasion. 4 years ago, we started this process. COVID happened, it got put on hold, but it has been 4 years of designing, planning, and I will say last year when this didn't happen, some crying. But today, it's a unique day because this is the first time we will be putting shovels in the ground for this project in 4 years. So this project is probably the single most largest investment that our school district will make in education history for us. The investment that we're making today, the first shovel that goes in the ground, will create a learning center that will meet needs for generations. And I think this is something we should all be extremely proud to have been part of and be part of it in the future. So almost 60 years ago, back in 1965, the original high school building was completed. And that's minus this last hallway here and part of the new gym that was done in 97. And the cost of that building was $1,928,041. If you were to factor that in for what that would cost today, it'd be $18,710,627. And our project today stands at $63,300,000 for construction. And when all's said and done, it'll be $74 million to complete what will be an awesome state-of-the-art facility. Back in 2018, our leadership team sat down together in the boardroom one summer, one June day, right after school left out, to create a vision for where we wanted the district to go. And at that time, not many of the administrators are here, but Dr. Cork was here, and he can and probably remembers. We decided that where we wanted to go was 2 elementary schools that were kindergarten through 5th grade, a middle school that was 6th through 8th, and a high school that was 9-12. And I think we went back and forth of whether that was a crazy idea or if that would ever happen or where we want it to be. And I'm proud to say that at the conclusion of this project, we will have achieved that goal that was set out 8 years ago. So this is definitely an awesome opportunity, an awesome investment, and I'm proud that we're here today. Jokingly, Jeff Straub is our architect, and he said this morning, "Did you ever think we would be here?" In all honesty, I don't think I did. I didn't think that this project would ever come to fruition, and here we are. So it is exciting that we are here today and that the first 12 shovels will go in the ground to make this happen. So let me start off by just welcoming real quick. We have some students that are here today, and I just want to quickly recognize them and why we have some elementary students here. If you're in 3rd grade, if you could stand up. So our third graders today will be the first ever sixth grade group that will go through the new middle school. So that's exciting, and they will be the first group that will ever go through from 6th through 12th this building. So thank you for being part of it, guys. If you're in 4th grade, if you can stand up, this will be then that 7th grade class. How about our 5th graders, if they can stand up? They will be that 8th grade class that comes through in the completed middle school. And then if our 6th graders could stand up, they'll be the first group to go through a new renovated high school, which is exciting as well. They'll be the first freshman class that will go through the building through high school and graduate. And then our 9th graders, they will be the first group that will graduate from the new high school. So that's exciting. So these group of students have some unique firsts for our district, and it's exciting that they're part of it as well. And if our 10th, 11th, and 12th graders could stand up as well, I just want to thank you guys for being part of this day and celebrating with us on this ceremony. All right, thank you. You guys can have a seat. And I am going to turn it over to our show choir to perform the national anthem.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask our board president, Mr. Batts, to come up and say some inspirational things.
Welcome. So Monday afternoon, I got a text message from Dr. Nesnick saying, can you speak? Or you have a speaking part, I think is how it went. I said, well, what do I say? He goes, something heartfelt, short, and sweet. They don't go together. So nonetheless, here I am. Here we all are. On a day, as Dr. Nesnick said, I didn't think would ever happen. This building project was happening when I was in high school. It was talked about. We need to renovate. We need to do something. We need AC. The building's outdated. And that's all it ever was. It was talk until 2019. For a moment, I want everyone here to kind of rewind to what they believe life looked like in 1965. This was just farm fields. New Schaeferstown Road was probably half the size of it is now, with probably only 5% of the traffic traveling it. This community was probably a unknown hidden gem in the world, essentially. Very small, laid-back agricultural community at that time. Thinking about that, there was a group of 9 community members that had a vision. They expected that this community was going to flourish and it was going to grow. They believed that they needed to do something for the students and the community, and they achieved it by building the building that stands a little bit behind us. When you think about them numbers that Dr. Nesnick said about, I wondered them numbers, but I had no idea how to research it. And that is absolutely crazy. And that was a huge expense at that time for our community. Today, it is a total different community that we look at. Today, we still have that agriculture community here, but we also have new residential developments along with a lot of commercial development, giving us a hub for the foundations of Tulpehocken. One of the things that I often think about is how many people that Tulpehocken truly affects. So we think about it, you know, at roughly 60 years or 65 years, let's just say an average of 100 students per class. That's 6,500 students that have left here to go on to do different things in life, whether that be enter the workforce, start a farm, be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, whatever it may be. But if just each of them people made an impact on 10 people that started at Tulpehocken, and then people went to 10 more people and had an impact. Think about the impacts that Tulpehocken had on the world as we know it. Just from something started so small, some rural country school, that a few people expected great things, they believed in themselves, and they achieved them. Thank you.
So at this time, we'll have a couple remarks about the project. As I mentioned, it started in 2019. In fact, unfortunately, if you ask Mr. Leister, when he was hired, the superintendent at that time took him out into the field and told him that there would be a middle school here someday. And then when I was brought on as high school principal, when I started, I was brought out here and told, just imagine in the next couple of years, there will be a renovated high school. And we did the same thing with Mr. Hamrick and Mr. Lynch when they came on board. The good thing is we at least held our promise this time for both of them. So I'll turn it over to Mr. Hamrick to have a couple remarks.
So Dr. Netzik, it truly is a surreal moment to see the shovels, the dirt, all the planning and preparation, the years and years of time put in. And I really have to thank Dr. Netzik for the long-term vision and mission of this, navigating us through the ups and the downs. I mean, everything that happened to get us here to this moment. So Dr. Netzik, I'd like to give him a round of applause for all the work he's done. You know, sometimes education is blind faith. We put our investment, our hearts and souls into sometimes things that are totally invisible. The future. We can predict it, we can plan for it, but we really can't see it. And what this community, what this family is doing is blind faith in the future. Your guys' future. Your kids' future. You will be able to tell your kids, your grandkids, I was here when that building was put up. I was here when they put that wall together. I was here when those tractors came through. And your kids will say it to their kids because that's how close of a community we have. And speaking of community, buildings are fantastic, but really what it's about is the people inside that building. And this community, starting today, is making that investment to the people in the building, supporting our students, and ultimately having that blind faith in what we're doing in our future for this community. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Kiddos, how excited are we that we're going to get a new building here in a few years? Pretty excited? Thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. Listen, you're rule followers. I appreciate that. Listen, it is an honor to stand before everyone in attendance here and live streaming in to talk about this major renovation project that we're about to embark upon. Very exciting time, but as I've stressed to my staff and my students, there will be growing pains, and I've stressed very heavily a need for great flexibility throughout the entire process. Over the next couple of years, I ask all students and staff to have patience as we continue through this process, relocating classrooms, changing schedules, students possibly having to relocate classrooms mid-year as the phasing happens. The project hopefully will go as planned, fingers crossed, but as we find out information, we will encourage that flexibility and speak with and communicate with all staff members through the entire process and the scope of the project. Upon completion, I'm happy to announce that the 4 third graders here, just as an example, will be the first 6th graders to ever step foot in this soon-to-be middle school and have an entire secondary career here in a brand new building. We will expand upon things such as our music program, band and chorus, for example, as well as things like student council, where we can bring in 6th graders and build upon what we've already established here with 7th and 8th grade. This project is an amazing opportunity to grow as a district and as a family, to give Tulpehocken Area Middle School its own identity as well. I wholeheartedly stand by the idea that with these exciting changes come more opportunity to showcase and exemplify our district mission statement, expect, believe, achieve, just as we do on a daily basis with our current classroom instruction. Thank you.
Next, we'll introduce our architect, Jeff Straub from Crabtree Rohrbaugh Associates.
Hi, everybody. We wanted to present a memorial shovel for the groundbreaking today. It really has been a long process, and I think the comments that have been said today, it's always wonderful to see a community come together and not just build a building, but really have those conversations about the ideas and vision for the future of Tulpehocken. They say when you build a house, there's 10,000 decisions. And in a school, it's thousands of pounds, thousands of decisions. And the patience with both the administration, the school board, the faculty, staff, everybody involved over the past 4 years has really been great to see. So with that, I'd like to present this to Dr. Netznick and Cobb Atz.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You want to take it or whatever? Here, we'll put it right here. So the shovel does have groundbreaking August 30th, 2023, Tulpehocken Area Middle School, High School groundbreaking. So we will proudly break it. Sorry. We'll proudly display it when it's all done. Next, we'll have Mr. Sakala from Fidavia, our construction management firm.
Good morning, everyone. Expect, believe, achieve. I think that was the motto that you indicated, Mr. Lynch. Expect, believe, achieve. My name is Dan Sakala. I'm with Fidavia. We're the owner's rep construction manager on the project. On behalf of Fidavia, our kind of core Tulpehocken team of John Eck, John Michelle, Brenda Santiago, and Mark Binkley, as well as Heather Cranover and Sophie Hinkle in the audience, and Andrew Shuey, who's the full-time on-site person during this journey that you're about to embark on. Just 2 quick messages of appreciation and commitment. Yeah, I mean, we weren't around at the beginning. We were kind of new to the table, new to the team that helped this project come to fruition. But we're super excited to be here. We're super humbled to be part of the project. We had faith that we would be standing here today, and the journey, as far as the comment Mr. Lynch mentioned about hopefully that the project goes as planned. It's if anybody knows construction or anyone knows what's been happening in the marketplace for the past several years with COVID, nothing quite goes as planned. But what I can commit to you, and it is a commitment, is that our firm will do everything that's necessary to be able to have the expectations, to believe that they're going to happen, and to achieve them, no matter what it takes. We have contractors, of course. There are 3 main prime contractors that'll be handling this project. The general contractor is Lobar Incorporated. The electrician is Pagoda Electric, and Tri-County is both handling mechanical and plumbing. And of course, the myriad of subcontractors, suppliers, all the detailed professional tradesmen tradespeople that go into building an amazing project like this. So again, just in quick form, just want to make that commitment clear. It will be a challenging project. You're going to have construction, you know, it's not going to be with you, but it's going to be around you. We're going to do everything we can to have a wonderfully safe project. That's been the mission and leadership of the district from the beginning, was to have an excellent project, and I'm sure we're going to have it. And it's going to be an exciting journey together. So really just happy to be here, and congratulations to the Tulpehocken School District. Thank you.
So now's the time to get the shovels in the ground. And really why this location was picked is because where you are sitting is where digging will first start. And so depending on where you are sitting exactly right now, you are either in a classroom or you are on a road. So if you look around, directly behind you, there will be a 3-story tower that comes off of the building that will have 18 new classrooms that will be part of what will become the high school. So the middle school will be the front part of the building, the high school will be the back part of the building, and then kind of where I'm standing and the speakers are will be a road that comes and connects parking lots for another parking lot in the back, and then fields will be restored in the back. So it really is exciting. The whole campus itself will be completely transformed, but at the end of the day, it's just a building. It might be shiny, it might be new, but the most important thing and the reason why we're all here is because of all of you. To create that environment, that learning environment and center where you guys will flourish, each of the students. So let's start off with, as I said, the most important focus of this entire project are our students. So we want to get shovels in your hands, we want to get hard hats on your head and get you guys over to the pile of dirt to start the digging. So we're going to start with grades 3 through 5. So if grades 3 through 5 could come on up, and if the principals want to be part of that as well, we'll get you arranged, we'll get hard hats on you, and we'll get shovels in your hand for the pitcher opportunities. All right, let's switch the guard this time, and if we get the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders up. All right, if we could get the 9 through 12 up. All right, let's get show choir over there. We'll get you guys involved. All right, if we could get our board members up. You don't have to, but if we can get our board members, architect, construction management, Fadavia, Crabtree. All right, and then if we get any staff members, leadership team, education association, to be part of this as well. All right, so before we close today, we'll ask the show choir to come up one more time for our alma mater. So if you could please stand.
Surrounded by the hills, your sons and daughters who sing your praise, each voice with rapture thrills. Hail Tulpehocken high, we hail the Trojans true, and always raise our voices to Tulpehocken golden blue. Dear Tulpehocken high, our hearts will honor you, as through the years we'll always sing our colors gold and blue. Hail Tulpehocken high, we hail the Trojans true, and always raise our voices to Tulpehocken golden blue. Dear Tulpehocken high, where friends are always true, we will be loyal, pledge our love, and long remember you. Hail Tulpehocken high, we hail the Trojans true, and always raise our voices to Tulpehocken golden blue.
Thank you. So once again, thank you for being here today. everybody that came out. Thanks for being part of this special day. You know, over the next 2.5 years, we'll see some major transformations take place across this campus. But what's exciting is the building that stood for the last 60 years, we're ensuring that the rest of it stays for the next 60 and beyond. You know, our current 7th through 12th graders, you're going to have one heck of a career over the next 2.5 years. You'll see a lot of, you came back to a building that had no ceilings, no floors, and a lot has already happened in a short amount of time period. And so, you know, right now, if you're in the junior, senior high school, there's no air conditioning. So a lot of our 3rd through 6th graders, you guys get air conditioning every day. But for the last 60 years, the high school has not had air conditioning. And you know, I know that's the one thing that everybody is probably looking forward to the most is air conditioning, which is crazy. But at the end of the day, it will provide a building that just allows Tulpehocken to take off with its kids and provide unique opportunities. You know, while this campus might change and we may have a 3-story tower out the back and parking lots where we didn't have them before or fields where we did, at the end of the day, there's only really one reason why we're doing all this, and we should never lose focus of that throughout this entire project, is our students. And we should never lose sight of the fact of our mission statement. And you know, our tagline over the last couple of years has been expect, believe, achieve. And I'll reiterate that when we expect the most of ourselves and our community, and we believe in the inborn ability of all children to obtain knowledge and the necessary knowledge and skill set to realize their full potential, we'll achieve great things. Today's a prime example of when you put your mind to it and you expect the most and you believe that something will happen, you can achieve great things. And so it's exciting. It's exciting to be part of this today. It's exciting to have all of you part of this because this is your future. It's your children's future and your children's future. And if you think about 60 years of education taking place and where we will be in the next 60 years, we're talking 2083. And for most of us, we won't be around. But we're setting the stage for an awesome opportunity for our kids to come. The last part, I do want to just take a moment and thank, if our board of directors, those that are here, could please stand. And give them a round of applause. You know, we have an easy job designing the building. They had a very hard job, and that was casting the yes vote. Because we got to design it, we got to give crazy ideas, but they're the ones that, at the end of the day, have to make that crucial decision. And I'm so proud to be part of, you know, we have 4 individuals, Mr. Beitler, Mr. Batts, Mr. Fox, and Ms. Rissmiller here today to represent the board. But it's really their vision, their leadership for the district, their willingness to kind of commit and support our leadership team in making this commitment. But what I will say is I'm very proud. One of the things that they never lose sight of is the focus of our students, all of you. And because of that, they've made a major investment. And because of that investment, we're here today. So I want to thank them personally for everything they do. They have a thankless job, but they also have a necessary job to make sure that education and learning is taking place in our district. So today sets off a nice platform for us to kick off. So construction should be starting in the next couple weeks. But I want to again thank everybody for being here today. It really is a really cool opportunity to be here and to have an opportunity to make something great and special here. So thank you. So what we have to do now is we have to clear all the dirt off the field. So if you can pick up a shovel and start shoveling it over there, that would be great before you leave, okay? Just kidding. All right, thanks everybody.